My name is Mikaela Assolent, and my project is called the Body Double. My project researches the connection, or maybe the missed connection, between the passers-by and the artworks of the biennial. Here we're going to ask people, and we're going to research around specific artworks in the city, how people engage with them. So we are going to move around in the city to meet people. Hopefully we're going to talk about art, about the city, and how people interact in the public space, and maybe artworks change the way people interact in the public space. And sometimes we might just observe people, how they look at art, how they avoid artworks, maybe. So I think that in the public space, more than in museums, the inhabitants and the passers-by are the specialists because they inhabit the space every day. And so they're going to be able to see more clearly what are the shifts an artwork is making in the public space. So that's why I want to learn from them. Also, they're going to be there for the whole duration of the project and not just there for the opening. They might pass the same artwork every day, and so I'm interested in that as well. We might have an idea of how things happen, and going there and being there, we notice that it's not, at least that day, maybe it was not happening like that. And the way we inhabit space as a researcher is going also to change how people are going to react to us, to the space. I think as an art educator, you always have this idea of you want to share what you like about an artwork. And when you want to share, you're so eager to transmit what you like about the artworks. And in my practice, it has been also a site of confrontation, because when the person in front of you doesn't see what you mean or doesn't agree, and most of the time people don't like the artworks for the same reasons, or sometimes they might not like the same artwork. And as we know, there are no right answer for what is the meaning of an artwork. So it's learning from people, also learning to open up our own minds as art professionals. We have very specific ways of seeing things, but just to be ready to not be the specialist and to open up to other points of view. Because I'm really interested in how the relationships between the passers-by or the inhabitants and the artworks evolve. Can you get tired of seeing the same artwork, every day, or on the contrary, do you get attached to an artwork? And when the artwork is leaving, it's like a breakup or something. So I'm interested in that relationship and how it evolves. It's really strong how the space is organized. The city and the space in the city mean many different things for different people. It's not always visible. It depends who you are. If you're a man, for example, in public space, you might not notice that some spaces are actually mostly for men, and that women tend to always move from one space to another. They don't wonder that it's not the same as men, and artworks are going to embrace that, and researching how artworks and people interact is also researching how people interact in the city, and depending on the gender, the sexual orientations, how they're racialized, things like that. For me, the specificity of the invitation is the fact that it's really rare to focus or give space to public outreach programs this way, and especially to give time to such a project. And this is really important, especially when you work in public space, because it's a large scale, so you need time to really understand what's happening. So during 5 years, and not 2 months, like usually in an art project, is really giving another dimension to the project and how it engages with different communities around the city and